What's going on, gamers? I am DBMgamer, and if you caught the last video, I had said I had more for you guys than what Bungie had. Well, I goofed. I forgot to put something in that I had asked about. Lord Shaxx versus Lord Saladin. So I decided just to expand on that idea. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a big college basketball fan, and March Madness is right around the corner for me. So why not a little March Madness in the tower? So shout out to Tony Burrows for getting me thinking in this direction. Now I'm only going to do an 8-bracket tournament. Some of the characters in the tower made it and some didn't. So let's just see the bracket. Now first up is the match that will happen in about 1 minute from now. Lord Shaxx versus Lord Saladin. Next round is what has to be the love-hate relationship of the tower, Cade 6 versus Eris Morn. Now the third matchup, I'll have Commander Zavala against probably the dirtiest player in the tournament, the Cryptarch Master Rahul. And for the final matchup, my dark horse of the tournament, Tess Everest versus Ikora Ray. Now in case you didn't know how these matchups will work, I run polls in several places and take comments of how you guys think these throwdown matchups will happen. Now when the dust settles, we will have a winner. Okay, for the matchup at hand, Lord Shaxx versus Lord Saladin. Now Shaxx is one of the heroes of the Battle of Twilight Gap, having led the counterattack that pushed the Fallen from the city walls. Fearing that another full-scale assault would be more than the city could repel, Shaxx chose to stay in the city to mentor Guardians in the Crucible. One day, Shaxx vows to return to war beyond the city, but only after he is confident that the fires of the Crucible have forged a new generation of warriors. Shaxx is the key to all things Crucible, really. Now, as for Lord Saladin, he is a hero to the city and a legend in his own right. Saladin Forge led the city's defenses during the Battle of Twilight Gap, and his proteges Commander Zavala and Lord Shaxx now lead the tower's vanguard and Crucible respectively. Saladin remains close to Zavala, though his relationship with Shaxx has been strained since the Battle of Twilight Gap. Saladin's Iron Banner seeks great champions to lead the fight against the darkness. It was born to honor the Iron Lords and the efforts of the earliest days of the city. So if you need something to fuel the grudge match of this student and teacher duo, it would have to be Shaxx's action to counterattack the Fallen at Twilight Gap. A basic rule of Titan combat is to hold the line at all costs. It's a strategy that saved the city at the Battle of Six Fronts. So if these two can't get along, well, let's get it on. Several comments pointed out that Shaxx is the Crucible and would own Saladin Forge. And another comment I saw that a few times that I completely agree with is that Saladin has an experience edge in this fight. Just because you're a student doesn't mean you learn all of the teacher's tricks. Another aspect to look at is the type of gear that they sell. Yeah, the Hawksaw, it's pretty good, but the gear that Saladin sells is so damn good looking that Guardians on a monthly basis deck themselves out and take tower selfies. Even in Bungie's Ride Along today, the Iron Banner Hunter helmet had to be in the stream. The purpose of the Iron Banner tournaments themselves are to strip Crucible weaklings of their illusions and prepare them for battle with no concept of fair play. So who wins? Shaxx, Master of the Crucible, or Saladin, his former mentor? To keep this as fair as possible, I run polls in multiple places to get different opinions, and for this throwdown, they all came in about the same. Very early on, Shaxx led the polls, but his teacher overtook him. Saladin won by a margin of 65 to 70% of the vote. The Lords of Iron, ancient warriors from the city's founding, have no time for mollycoddling. So Saladin Forge wins this throwdown. Now guys, for the next one, I want to know who do you think wins in a matchup of Cade 6 versus Eris Morn, and why did they win? Leave that comment in the comment section below. But guys, I am out of here. If you like this type of content, just hit that like button or leave a comment, or if you just want to see some more, hit that subscribe button. But as always guys, have a good one.